Hi, I'm Tara. I own a boutique wellness spa in Portland, Maine, and I'm a holistic esthetician as well as massage therapist and energy healer. Today, I'm sharing with you the beautiful tool of Gua Sha. This is a practice I provide for my clients often. It's something that I find benefits for myself and for them on a regular basis. And I like to think of it as a workout for your skin. You're really engaging the lymph system, you're engaging and releasing muscle tension, and it's just a great way to get that great refresh of your face. You're also gonna notice that the more you do it, the more you have a natural, beautiful, dewy glow, and areas that you might hold water retention will be able to drain because, again, you're engaging that lymph system, which is going to provide you with just a natural, healthy drain of toxins that might be on the surface level of your skin. So let me just show you what you're gonna need for today. I typically will just pull whatever Gua Sha stone feels best. I have a few in my shop. If you do want to check those out, feel free to. And then again, just whatever facial oil I'm really feeling. So today I'm using Best Skin Ever. So I've got my Jane Gua Sha, my Best Skin Ever, and then a hair clip. So I'll just pull my hair back to get started. You really want a lot of space to work throughout your neck, your chest if possible. Opening up your neck is so important with Gua Sha work because, again, you're working to engage your lymph system. So if you're not relaxing these muscles, releasing the facial tension and the fluid in your face without being able to drain down through some of these heavy lymph areas to get those toxins out will kind of leave you stagnant. So I always like to start with a neck massage and a few neck stretches. So I'm going to show you a few of my favorites. One is just pinning hands on the bare chest, and then I'll just let my neck fall back. Take a few deep breaths like that. This is really beautiful. It's a fascial stretch, so you're going to feel it throughout your neck and your traps. Think of it like yoga. When you get into those really deep positions, you might not be doing much, but you are releasing a lot. So you can kind of play with going from side to side with that, and you can see all that tension in my neck, and I'm sure in your neck as well when doing this. And to the other side. You can go back again. And I like to kind of do the opposite. So I'll lace my fingers, put it on the back of my head, and just lean forward to open up that whole back body. I feel this one a lot. Breathe into it. And now I'll add some oil and start kind of just by massaging my neck. So I just have a few pumps of oil there. I'm literally just kind of hooking right up to my spine. Just giving some blood flow. You can do a little hand over hand down the neck. A few good areas to really engage the lymph are like around your clavicle. So by doing some palpation strokes there, that can be really good. Right here, kind of where your arm meets your shoulder. It's also very lymph engaging just to do full circles. So you can kind of pin here, do some circular motions of your arms. You might be thinking, what does this have to do with Gua Sha? But it's so important for your body. It's a whole system. So to get your skin working correctly, you want to engage the lymph system. All right. So I'm just kind of doing a little hand over hand on my neck, pulling downward. I'm gonna put a little oil on my face and then we'll get right into that Gua Sha work. All right, so you just want enough to get a good slip. I'm gonna start with this stone along kind of the back of my neck, along the spine. So with Gua Sha, think of the facial systems and the lymph flow. If you've got heavy lymph nodes here, under your chin, like below your ears on the jawline, those are all areas that you want to push that lymph fluid through. So to start, we're gonna go down on the neck, pushing any fluid from kind of up here down to this point. Same with the jaw, pulling downward, and you'll see this repeated throughout. So I'm just gonna kind of walk through it. You can do it with me. And I do 5 to 10 strokes on each area. And you can kind of palpate at that clavicle if you'd like. And with Gua Sha, typically when you're doing lighter pressure, you can go faster, but anytime that you're putting pressure on, you really want to slow down that stroke so you're not bruising or irritating any areas. All right, once that neck is warmed up, kind of find underneath your jaw, pull out towards your ear, and then you can go downward. You really can use all types of different angles of this. I'm using this little scoop here, and depending on your Gua Sha tool, it might look different for you, but that feels really good. But I could also use that flat edge for this. So there's a lot of options here. It's really hugely about what feels comfortable for you. This is a really beautiful stroke because it does give you that nice defined jawline. And I'm going right to the ear and then down the neck. You might find that there's a lot of kind of crunching and whatnot when you're under the jaw, and there's a lot of tension for a lot of people, but also a lot of lymph nodes there. So that's totally fine and normal. And the more you do this work, the less tension you should be holding there. And we're gonna go right up on the top of the jaw and pull out to in front of the ear, and you can kind of palpate there as well. And pull that stroke all the way down. You can also kind of hug that ear area and pull downward. You might feel while doing this stroke, I'll just slow it down for you a little bit, that you feel like you want to swallow, and that's great. That's that lymph engagement and the fluid starting to filter itself out. I love this stroke right here. And again, that big finishing stroke. Can go around the lips if you're noticing you've got some fine lines or wrinkles, or just hold a lot of tension around your mouth. Can be good to work that out as well. Again, I'm using this U edge, but you can really use whatever section. There's no need to buy a new stone if you already have one. If you're not using one like mine, that's totally fine. And we can also focus bottom lip, so kind of hold pin at the center of your chin and go up, or the opposite, top of the lip and kind of go down, because that muscle there is circular around your mouth, so you're kind of hitting it at 2 different areas. Then we can do some nice cheek work. So this is more of that sculpting stroke. You've got that cheekbone there, and you can kind of go under it, kind of contouring it with the Gua Sha tool, and then up to your ear. Bring that stroke all the way down as well. And you can also do that kind of contouring hollow, it's like the hollow cheek look, by going right up on that cheekbone and then doing some more deep pressure downward strokes. This also feels amazing. And throughout any of this work, if you're feeling a knot or you're feeling tension, work it out. Just use one of the pointed edges to kind of do palpations or circular motions. Super simple. Just, this is so intuitive. Do what feels right for you. Find the areas that feel like they need a little more love and work those out. But with that being said, to get that lymph flow and that kind of sculpting, depuffed look, it's important to start kind of inward, pull out, and then drain down. So mid-face, outward, drain down. Once you do a few more of those, you do that full stroke again. We can start focusing under the eye. I like to kind of start here on the temple first. I'm using a deeper pressure here just because I feel I need it, and it just feels very lovely and relaxing to me. You can kind of move in a little bit to work a little more of that under eye. And once you start doing the under eye, you're going lighter. And light stroke down. And for forehead work, I tend to start kind of in the middle. You can see I've got this tool pretty flat to my forehead, and I'll just do some nice strokes upward. I like to use a little more pressure on my forehead. You can see I'm using both of my hands to make sure the stone has even pressure. And I'm kind of getting into the eyebrow area, pulling up my brow. And moving outward to the temple area, still pulling my brow up. You can use this little tool to massage out any tension. Typically we have tension like right around here or throughout our brows, so finding those areas and just doing little stimulation massage. Pressure point release. Now, again, similar to the strokes we've done everywhere else, starting in the center of the face and working outward. And then you want to flush the whole face, all of that fluid down. So we're going to do full strokes down the neck. I know that was a pretty short Gua Sha, trying to work through it for the sake of the length of this video, but you can already see the difference in my face, which is pretty crazy. And just a reminder that Gua Sha doesn't have to be this huge long thing. That's something that I would do before a day at work if my face was feeling a little puffy, or I would do that before a date night, or if I knew I was gonna have photos taken, just to really refresh and plump my face. So you don't have to be doing like a 30-minute Gua Sha facial. Doing that once a week can be lovely, but you can kind of just go through. You could be sitting on the couch or enjoying your morning coffee and just kind of running through the motions. You don't have to be looking at yourself in the mirror. It's very intuitive, as I said before, so just feel what's right. So I'm gonna just go through the other side silently so you can watch and do it with me. If that first time was a little too fast for you, continue on your first side, or if you want to move to the second half of your face, feel free to do that. And that is a great everyday Gua Sha technique. Like I said, you can get in deeper, you can do a little more, you can do a little less. For more information or videos like this, you can follow me on Instagram at Tara Evelyn C, or you can check out my blog on healthresonates.com for any of these goodies. If you do need some, my shop is shophealthresonates.com. So I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And I hope you enjoyed today.